Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today I have finally done it. I have finally beaten the Maids in Tempest mission on Master difficulty with all 3 stars. Now, sadly, when I first recorded my voice, my mic was muted, so I have to do this again. So here we are, recording for the second time. Can't remember what I talked about in the first one, because I was so stoked for beating it. Anyways, this mission I would say is probably almost impossible to do without the 2 new units, Valentine and Shuna. We have yet to see what the Maid Rimuru does. He drops in less than 8 hours. I suspect he will probably be a support unit. I think he's going to be AoE if they follow the same path as they did for Veldora with the dark units. But he could assist you in this mode to beat this if his kit is right. But this is definitely a long game mission right here. To get all 3 stars, not have anyone die, you need the healing, and you need this guard rate from Shuna. Because if guard does not activate, she does a crap ton of damage, especially if she decides to attack the same unit 3 times in a row. They're almost dead. And if they aren't wind, then they probably just are dead. My team consists of the new Valentine. She's only level 80 because I only got the 1 dupe from the pity, and I'm still salty about that. We have the free-to-play level 100 Shuna, who honestly is a great pick here because of her orb changing and her defense skill, which comes in really handy right here. So we don't die. We heal up a bit, we don't die here. Next to her is my Wind Milim. I've been lucky and I've pulled a lot of her, so she's level 96. Almost maxed out. I've got 5-star weapons for her, 5-star equipment, everything like that. And then in the back we have Trainee, just for the heals. Just for the heals. She's not here to do anything else but heal. You put her in, you heal, and you get her out. And then the last unit is the free-to-play Xion, who I only have at 96. I haven't farmed up all of her awakening stones from the missions, but we were still able to beat it even with her at 96 and not maxed out. Her equipment is maxed out and re-rolled, but hers character, so her ult would do a little bit more damage if I could do that, if I had more patience. But I got this done at like 1 o'clock in the morning last night. I was so tired, and I didn't want to run this back again. We're not even at half health yet, and our units are sitting almost at half HP, and now all of our HP skills are going to cost a crap ton. Milim's almost dead. So you really have to play the game that this team wants to play, which is getting all the green orbs. Orange orbs like this are nerfed, so they do crap damage. 300, 500 on my strongest unit. This 200% multiplier does 1,000. Yeah, it's not great when you have a full hand of oranges. The super attack unfortunately doesn't do a lot of damage either. You really have to get it to line up where you can super like 3 turns in a row if you want to do meaningful damage with that, and if you don't have a full hand of green. So here we're gonna heal up again, and then we just get her out of there, because she will take a ginormous amount of damage if you leave Trainee in. This Valentine hits like a truck, and the amount of times it took for me to get to this point, like half health, was a lot. I tried using the Dark Team. That's hilarious. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. I don't think you'll make it to a quarter HP before she just instantly one-shots, because on Master difficulty, she ults twice. She ults on turn 2 and then on turn 4, and if you don't have a wind team with the guard and the defense, that's 2 units dead in 4 turns. Guaranteed. I don't care how strong they are. It's crazy. I would probably put this on par with the Master difficulty Conquest missions or harder. And it's not because she has some stupid quirk where she stuns or she poisons you. It's just she does so much damage, and she ults so often. I think that was her first ult in between turn 4 and turn 9, so if you don't... Between 10 turns, she ults 3 times. And you just have to pray that you can heal and you can survive and you have the defense to last that long, because I think the third mission on this stage is within 14 turns or something like that. So you gotta kill her relatively quickly, and our units don't do a terrible amount, don't do a great amount of damage to begin with. But as you can see, just from that last turn, we ulted with Milim. We didn't ult boost because we were going to get the 2 ults for these 2 characters, and I thought that having the boost for these 2 would be more impactful than having the boost just for Milim, along with having a whole hand of blues, so we're able to get that 200% multiplier on the last blue card for Milim. So that's going to do some good damage. 5,800 from a not maxed out Xion is okay. 8,700 for Valentine, who definitely is not maxed out, is pretty decent as well. This full hand of blue takes her down pretty low. Pretty low. And at this point, I was sitting there like, oh god, please do not concentrate your attacks on one character. Because if she puts 3 attacks on any one of these, they're gonna die. They will straight up die. So, here we are. With this little amount of health left, we heal up Xion a bit. We get the boost from the greens. And then I believe we run it. How do we run this? Okay, so we switch in Shuna, because if we get the oranges, that will allow us to ult with Shuna next turn. And then it all banks on that, because that's turn 13. And everyone is pretty close to dead anyways, and Trainy's not going to be much help. But Shuna also has the highest HP, which is also why I switched her out, because I didn't want Valentine to die. So I'm thinking really hard what's going to damage more, the 2 greens or the 2 oranges. I don't have any points for skills left at this point. So in the end, I ultimately decide to go for the ult with Shuna, because that will give us the most damage output for next turn, because these 3 cards are not going to kill her. I get Trainee in here just to survive, just because Xion had such low health, I didn't want to risk it, and I thought Trainee could survive, 1 hit, which we saw did a third of her health, so that was kind of scary. If she had concentrated again, we would have lost that. But here we have Shuna's ult. We can orb change because we have just enough points. We don't have any skills that lower her defense or anything that will do any meaningful impact. So now we gotta run with Shuna's ult and the 3 greens that have been boosted this entire run. Thankfully, and I let this play out, Shuna saved my ass, and she was able to take out Valentine with this 1 ult, and we didn't need to worry about the follow-up attacks from Xion or Trainee. And there we go. We have the Master difficulty done for the Maid and Tempest event. I'm sure that once, the next couple units for this month come out, this will be much easier. But as for now, this is what we have to run with, and this is what I got for you. So let me know in the comments what you thought, if you had a different team build that also made it. But for now, take it easy, guys, and I'll see you later.